Welcome into the third space today. Whenever and wherever you're joining us from, you're very, very welcome. In order for us to enter into mindfulness, to being aware of the present moment, we need to practice the skill of quietening the internal voice, entering into awareness, using all of our normal senses and all of our other senses. Happens most clearly when the internal voice not chattering quite so much. So today that will be a bit of a theme and focus of our meditation. So let's begin. Slowly and gently becoming aware of our body, the rhythm of our breathing in this moment. Starting to notice the breath in and the breath out of our body. Taking a breath in, and when we exhale, let's turn our chin towards our right shoulder and gaze over our shoulder. Noticing the flow of air into our bodies is a little bit different. Feel it in different places. We gaze over our shoulder. Taking a deep breath in through the nose, feeling the air flow through the nostrils, down the throat, deep into the body. As we slowly exhale, let's gently turn our face and head around through center all the way across now to our left shoulder. And if possible, as we gaze over our shoulder, not straining in this posture, but just relaxing into it as we gaze over the shoulder. Continuing our breathing, not holding our breath or not holding the muscles in our belly. Feeling the stretch in the back of the eyes as we take a deep breath in. When we're ready, gently and slowly returning to center. Taking 3 double breaths. Our brain messaging to our bodies that we're safe. So we breathe in. And at the top of the breath, take a little more. And then slowly exhale. Sitting in the bottom of the breath for a moment. And when our bodies call for it, let's take another deep breath in. Reach the top, take a bit more. And away slowly, exhaling. One more time. Breathing in, getting to the top of your breath. taking about 25% more, pausing, and then releasing. The next 3 breaths, we're going to raise our shoulders and roll them back. So breathing in, shoulders up towards the bottom of the ears. Hold, hold, hold. And as you release, rolling the shoulders back, really stretching the chest out, pulling the shoulder blades together in a big circle motion all the way down to the bottom of the circle. Feeling a bit of a stretch down. And then releasing back to a normal posture. Once again, breathing in, rolling the shoulders in a circular motion up to the bottom of the ears, holding, holding, and releasing down. Oh, feel that wonderful, delicious stretch. Take a breath in between. Let's try again, breathing in, rolling the shoulders up to the bottom of the ears, holding, and then exhaling, rolling down, roll, 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 roll at the bottom of the circle, just sitting there for a moment, feeling the stretch, the neck and shoulders and the back. And then, just coming back into a relaxed posture. Noticing our body breathing. Noticing how it breathes all by itself. The body doing what the body does. No need for instruction. Just the breath in and out. Welcoming the breath. Welcoming the life that breath brings. Welcoming. As we sit in a peaceful flow of breath, we begin to pay attention to our internal voice. Just noticing, almost like we're looking from the outside in, or at least listening from the outside in. What is our internal voice saying at the moment? What thoughts arising, demanding attention? Just noticing that voice. Being curious. What's the tone of that internal voice today? Noticing the nature of the thoughts that are crossing our mind. And holding an attitude of curiosity, open interest in the thoughts in our mind. Just notice. Now is not time for engaging in conversation. internally. Now is just a few moments of observation, just hearing that voice without actively listening. Perhaps we do the same with the sounds of our environment as a pathway to just noticing. So we allow our internal focus to drift towards the sounds around us. Our ears hear, it's what they do. What are we hearing? We're hearing sounds of life. Rhythmic sounds, spontaneous sounds. The background noise of a man-made machine of some sort, motor perhaps. We allow our awareness to rest on noticing the sounds. Internal voice is quiet, holding space for our awareness to hear the soundscape in which we live. Whenever our internal voice strikes up another conversation, we just let it fall, giving permission for internal silence. Our mind tuning in to other senses. Tuning into the breath. Tuning into the body. Tuning in to the heart. Tuning into the spirit. We allow our internal gaze to drift over our bodies. Our internal voice is quiet for a little while. As we gaze down over our head, our forehead, perhaps noticing the flow of gravity, our gaze flowing over our face, noticing. With our will, we make a decision to release the muscles around our jaw. Letting our chin be drawn gently down towards the earth. Muscles around our mouth relaxing. Our gaze drifting now around the back of our heads and down our neck, shoulders. We notice, what is our body signaling to us in this moment? And we choose to signal safety back to it. This is a moment of safety to release and yield to gravity, to the earth's hold of our body, holding us. We are safe in our body. Internal gaze dropping down to our internal core. Noticing our belly. Noticing the space of our heart. Choosing with the breath out to let go and release. Internal gaze dropping down to our sit bones. Quiet and still and steady in this moment. Connecting us to the earth in whatever posture we're sitting or lying. Remembering to allow our internal voice to be quiet for a while. a moment or two of peacefulness. Allowing the sounds of our environment to just drift across our consciousness, drifting across. Just as the sound drifts in and allowing the thoughts to do the same. Perhaps imagining the gentle spring breeze flowing, perhaps in the place of our imagination, we can see ourselves standing under a spring blossom tree. Imagining that place and seeing the petals being picked up by the spring breeze and gently flowing down and showering us. The breeze dancing across our skin. The petals floating gently down towards the earth. Feeling the light shining from the sun. Receiving its gift into our bodies and soul. We allow our internal gaze to just be steady and still for a moment. Matching the quietness of our internal voice. We take a deep breath in. We allow all of the internal and external senses to begin to come together again. Noticing what our internal voice wants to say. Letting our internal gaze flow where it will. Embracing the sounds of life all around us. As we take a deep breath in, drawing that life-giving breath into our bodies through our nose, down our throat, deep into our bellies. Bringing that air in, welcoming it in. Welcoming the deepness of the breath, fullness of the breath. Allowing the thoughts to fill our mind again, bubbling up. Expression of the internal creativity. Gently and slowly begin to re-engage with our body. We take a deep breath in and we lift our shoulders up towards our ears, noticing the ease with which we do that as we exhale and we stretch and roll back. A little more fluid in our movement. As we try again, we take a deep breath in and we lift our shoulders up and hold and roll. Ooh. One last time, breathing in, lifting up, rolling back. One last breath in, and as we exhale, we gently, slowly open our eyes, re-engaging our environment and the space that we're in. Be at peace, my friends. Shalom.